Uh, Hi. Well, just wanted to say hi to the new subscribers that I've had recently. I do also hope that people are safe and warm and that with the storm. Just wanted to do a video on to do with zombies actually, but it's more of I've been thinking lately, last couple of weeks, about after the apocalypse. It's not one film I don't feel has really touched upon this. Like um, what would how would you go about building a society after a zombie apocalypse? Would there been some sort of cure to this? Would there somebody found what caused it? Um, what exactly would happen uh, for this for a zombie apocalypse to end? And then I was thinking, well, how many people would be left? Obviously very few, like the classic George A. Romero. Can't pronounce the sorry, can't pronounce it, but you know what I'm on about. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. I think it was mentioned that was 99% of the population was pretty much zombies. So it left very few people left. So I was just thinking. I mean, how would you go about rebuilding? Also was thinking, also, hang on, if this is practically happening all across the globe, this zombie apocalypse, even though every time I see it, it's pretty much, the zombie apocalypse is in America, which is, yeah, obviously, because it's, a lot of films are financed by Hollywood and that, so of course it's going to be not all, but a fair few, most are, just America, but on a global scale would there be safe zones where even during the apocalypse um, zombies there are no zombies, literally no zombies whatsoever. It could be a stretch a couple of 100 miles across or something. And what happens if survivors know about this? So there's going to be a war with survivors trying to claim the control of these safe zones. So yeah, I've had a lot of thinking about this. I thought, yeah, it's quite interesting. It also would be interesting as a RPG campaign of sorts, really. Starting from choosing a base of operations, the players actually deciding on uh, what they're going to do. One of the most important things would be growing crops and stuff like that, and finding other survivors, medical supplies, all sorts. There may be just a few zombie remnants out there, or something, or they may have to end up somehow administering the cure either through planes, crop planes, to spray across and actually whatever's in that actually virtually makes the zombies drop. Yeah, it's just actually it really is a fascinating subject. Really, it's just most obviously because I mean, it's great stuff to concentrate on the apocalypse itself. But I just would like to see a film or something that is after that. So I'm actually reconsidering rebooting a some sort of zombie-ish campaign, but to do with exactly at the point towards the end or at the end of the zombie apocalypse, and see how people would go about rebuilding things. And yeah, I mean, it's just got me really thinking about this. You know, I mean, there would be, they may find other survivors, but I mean, they could end up clashing with these survivors as well. And I mean, would it spread to animal life? A lot of the time it doesn't. I did see one film with Vic Reams, which wasn't that great. It was okay. I did like the one scene in this film, I think it was Land of the Dead or something, when this survivor said about the undead or something was there, and this this character said, why didn't you just call them zombies? And I thought, well, yeah, that's a good point. Why didn't you call them zombies rather than the undead or something like that, trying to avoid the term? I know the term may sound cliche, but that's what they are. They're zombies. So yeah, and also with that, it was the end scene where it did, and there was a zombie tiger or something, and he had a great big hammer, and yeah, he defeated it. But then it got back up again. I thought, why didn't he do an equivalent of a double tap? Actually, smacked it on its head with the hammer, but he didn't. He ended up dying, and I thought, well, that was a bit silly because he could have survived that. But it wouldn't. It was, not a great film, but okay. But yeah, um, a bit, mine's rumbling a bit. But yeah, it's just the full scope of things, especially on a global scale, is really interesting. Also, how would these different cultures deal with it as well? It's just would like people to to respond to this. To do with the after the apocalypse, the stuff that I've said actually, because I find it fascinating and interesting. I would love to know what people would think on this. So yeah, what would be your first steps? Uh, at the end of the apocalypse, where would you end up being? Would it be in a shopping mall or a military base or stuff like that? And what would be if there's things that you would do to, to start rebuilding? You're in charge of this community. There may be, 20 or 30 people left, but you've survived. You've survived the zombie apocalypse. It's over. What would you be your first steps on rebuilding things? Uh, that's it. Sorry if I rambled on a bit and my mind wandered a bit, but just would like people's thoughts on it, and I thought, well, it's a suitable subject, seeing it's pretty much Halloween, and the dog's just getting up. Hold on, come here. I've got a dog, so she's hello. Yeah, wanted to get up. But yeah, I would like people's thoughts on all this, and I may end up using ideas that people have got and stuff like that. I may do a mini campaign or some sort of campaign if I can make it work and make it interesting on a after the apocalypse sort of zombie-ish campaign. That's it. Just thanks for watching, and till next time.